Hi everyone, this is the second video in my series called Rhythm Circles. Now last lesson I taught you about a quarter note, and I told you that a quarter note is equal to one circle. And in our time signature 4/4, a quarter note is equal to one beat. So if this is our tempo, we talked about tempo on our last lesson. So if this is our tempo, that quarter note or that circle will last this long. Ta, 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 ta. And we talked about how the beginning of the circle starts the sound and the end of the circle ends the sound. So the entire circle is worth one beat of the music, one pulse of the music. We also talked about quarter rests. Quarter rests look like this. Now, a quarter rest is equal to a quarter note. So it also gets one beat of the music. Now, in this case, it still starts at the beginning of the circle and ends at the end of the circle, but in this case, it is silent. So it is a beat of silence. So all of that we talked about in the last video. In this video, I want to continue and go on to a little bit faster rhythm. For this, I need to separate the circle into two equal parts. So let's just imagine that that is dividing that circle in half. The type of note that it takes to divide a beat into half is called an eighth note. Now, the time that it takes to play this eighth note is the same amount of time that it takes to play this quarter note. Let's make believe that both of those circles are equal in size. Each one of them is also equal in time. So the time that it takes to play each one of those is exactly the same. Now, the only difference is how we divide up that time. I'm going to draw better circles here. Okay, here we go. Here's some better circles, hopefully. Okay, so if I can draw, if I draw a line right in the middle of these circles, I get two equal halves. And I'm going to put a note on each half. Now these are called eighth notes. With a quarter note, we had one sound that lasts the entire circle. With an eighth note, which are half as long as the quarter note, they are going to get two sounds per circle. So we will count that with a number and the word and. When we were doing quarter notes, we just counted them with a number. So that's a 1. Okay? So, if we drew 4 circles in 4/4 time signature and put a quarter note in all of them but one, and I'm going to choose the third circle. This would be counted 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now that the circle with the eighth notes is going to be twice as fast, but it's only going to be twice as fast because there are twice as many notes. The time that it takes to play those notes is equal, so it'll still be the same amount of time. That circle will still be equal. So if this is my tempo, I will still say ta, 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 ta for all the quarter notes. But when I get to the eighth notes, it will be like this. Here's my tempo, ta, 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 ta. So there'll actually be 2 sounds for every snap, or for every click. So if I'm going to start here at the beginning of this measure, it'll sound like this. Ta, 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 ta. Again, ta, 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 ta. So if I drew the lines again, ta, 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 ta. Now, again, that tempo is still right here, and the amount of time that it takes to play these eighth notes is still equal to all the other circles. We just have more notes. We can also do that, like we did with the rest, we can also do that on any beat. So I'll put those eighth notes this time on beat 2. Draw a line in between there, and it'll be ta, 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 ta. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And there we go. There's eighth notes.